You are not a procrastinator. I understand the title may be a bit catfishy or what do you call it, clickbaity, but there's a reason why I phrase that title that way. And the reason is you are the decisions that you make. Oftentimes we decide things because it allows us to be comfortable. You know, it's human nature to repeat things over and over again because it's a cycle. We live on patterns. So when we phrase certain things, say, "Oh, I procrastinate," I always fail to do those things because I just never have the time or whatever excuse that come under the sun. And oftentimes those excuses do have some validity to them. It can often be true. But the problem is it's repeating itself. It's a cycle we often put on ourselves to not do the thing that we want to do. For example, if you want to decide to go to the gym and you fail to do that, a lot of the times it's because we don't actually want to go to the gym. I know that sounds very silly, but a lot of the times we say we want to do things, but it's not really a thing we want to do. It's not a purpose, not validated by anything. Then you may be asking, okay, Philip, then what does that mean? What do I do then? What you do is you find out why you want to do those things. You get a journal, you get a book, and you write down, okay, these are the things I don't like, these are the things I do like. And you figure out, okay, why is it that I want to do those things? Let's say, for example, you want to go to the gym. The reason for that is because you want to lose weight or you want to gain a certain amount of muscle. Okay, good. Now you become aware of yourself. You become aware of your emotional decisions that of why you want to do those things. What are the next steps? The next steps is, what is the consequence of you if you don't decide to do those things? You make aware of both the positive and the negative. Positive is you're going to lose weight. Good. The negative is you're probably going to gain more weight, and with that comes certain health issues. You're going to probably breathe heavier the more months and years go by. Your bones are going to ache. You're going to see a certain amount of fat as you age. You become aware of those negative things, and the reason is that when you allow yourself to understand what happens when you make bad decisions, oftentimes you will put yourself in positions to say, no, I don't want those things. And naturally you would seek to find help. You would seek to find an answer. Okay, Philip, you could be, I don't know how to find those answers, Philip. I do want to lose weight. I do want to do these things. So what do I do then? Well, here's what you do. You write down the next steps. A lot of things are simple. You write down the next steps. How does someone lose weight? They go to the gym. What's another way? Eat better foods. Eat less than usual. I know I may be sounding condescending to most, but oftentimes life is not as difficult as we make it. We often lie to ourselves by saying things are more difficult than they are. We say we procrastinate, or we say we have a bad memory, or let's say, for example, me. Oftentimes I'll say I have a bad memory because I forget people's names. It's really not true. I just don't put in the effort to remember people's names. That may come up as negative, but I'm working on it. The reason I work on it is when I ask people's names, I write it down so I can remind myself, okay, this is a person's name, and draw some connection to that so that when I see that person again, I remember her or his name. I do these things because I see that as very valuable. It's important to those people, their names. I give reasons to that, so when I speak to them, they may feel happy towards it. And if they feel happy, then like you can form a friendship or something from it. It becomes something positive that can be positive to me. So you have to see things in that way. In whatever aspect you're looking for. Let's say if you want to write a book, you have to give yourself a reason to why you want to write that book, and at the same time, what is the negative of you not writing that book? And if the negative is not good enough, naturally you're not going to make that decision. Naturally that thing is never going to happen. So when it comes to making decisions, or let's say changing a bad habit, you have a habit where you smoke quite often. Similar to what I just said earlier, you look at the negatives. Look at why that habit is negative. And then you miss, okay, wait, Philip, I know that smoking is bad. There's packets on it that says it will lead to this if I keep smoking. And yeah, that's actually, you know what, that may be a bit different situation. You may be addicted to it, but you do know what the next step is, which is to go seek help, which is to go see some type of therapist or a doctor. They may provide you a certain nicotine patch that you can put on to kind of wean you down off the cigarettes. I don't know what version it is for e-cigs, but similar to that, there are solutions to prevent you or to help you change or improve your life a little bit more. It's really that simple. Oftentimes we want to make things difficult. We want to say, I don't have time. It's, my family's, always getting on my nerves. I need to kind of find an outlet. I need to smoke to kind of do those things. Well, find a different outlet. If you know these things are negative, you know those things that you don't want to do, find a different way to doing that. And the next step would be to seek help. And the next step is to journal down what you need to do. The next step is to do those things that you want to do. I think I wrote down a formula for action, and the formula includes discipline plus mindset divided by distraction. So what that means is you first need to form a discipline. And to form discipline, it takes about 30 days. You need to do things repetitively. So let's say if you want to make a discipline to run every single day, you need to make the habit of going to the gym or going outside and run, and do that consistently every day. And that becomes discipline, becomes a habit, a positive habit. And mindset. In the diagram, you'll see the mindset is first. And the reason mindset is first is because for you to make any kind of action, you have to want to do it. You have to say to yourself, I want to do this. This is a purpose for me. This is a goal for me. And once you have the mindset, this is what you want to do, you add in discipline. And once you've added in discipline, you need to divide by distractions. What are things that may get in your way that will stop you from taking part in that goal or idea that you want to participate in? A lot of times the distraction is your environment, the people that you hang out with, the people that you socialize with. Oftentimes smokers hang with smokers. I think most people know this. If you want to stop smoking, don't be around people that smoke. If you want to start going to the gym more, hang around people that go to the gym, that eat healthier. Our environment has a major effect to who we are and the habits that we take part in. And our decisions is often the things that we repeat. So change your decisions, change your environment. Make things different. Different decisions lead to different outcomes. And different outcomes lead to different results that you would want for you, not for validating somebody else or for how you may be seen by a certain family member or friend, but because it's a mindset that you chose for yourself to improve and to be better. So I'll wrap it around to the topic, you are not a procrastinator. Oftentimes we find perspectives to validate that state of mind, that thought process, but in reality, that is not who you are. Actually, I won't say that. That is who you say you are. So stop saying those things. Stop saying you're a procrastinator and start saying more positively, you are a go-getter. You get things done. And obviously at first it may come up as being, this is not me, but you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that negative thing that you say is negative. So be something else. Change. Make a different decision. You want to be better? Say you are better. You want to improve in your health? Say you want to be better and healthier. You want to eat healthier? Say I want to have apples or whatever fruits, or actually maybe not fruits, actually maybe certain vegetables, chickens, and that are more natural, good for you. Put that into reality. I The amount of times I hear people complain saying I can't do this, I can't do that, is because you don't want it to. People often say these things, but in reality, they don't want to improve, they don't want to be better, they don't want to improve in their own lives. So what that means is, if you want to improve, you have to say things that are different. You have to make decisions that lead to a different outcome, and to make that decisions, you have to have a different mindset. To have a different mindset, you have to have different disciplines, and to have all those two things, remove distractions, remove people who say the very things that you don't want to say, who take part in things that you don't want to take part in. And the natural outcome of that is that goal that you're looking for. The goal of going to the gym, running every single day, the goal of losing weight, the goal of being able to read books on a daily basis or a monthly basis or whatever you choose. The goal of starting that business that you wanted to start. The goal. You probably notice I'm repeating goal quite often, because you need to have something to look towards. Oftentimes we find ourselves blank, or we find ourselves in a position of, I don't know what to do. Well, go do something. Doing something is oftentimes better than doing nothing. You're better off doing the wrong thing, which will lead to you doing the right thing. You may say, well, what do you mean? If I go do the wrong thing, how does that lead me to doing the right thing? It's because you know. You will know it's the wrong thing. So you will change directions. If you're walking one way, you find that obviously there are patterns, or there's things leading to, hey, this is not the right way. What are you going to do? You're going to walk back, which will lead you to walking the right path. So go do that. Make that decision. Go do that thing go do something. Take part in salsa dancing, maybe. Take part in going to the beach. Take part in talking to some stranger. Because maybe it's not good, maybe it's negative, but you will know it's negative. And when you know it's negative, then you would lead you to the path of being something positive. Okay, so let me round up what I just said into probably a couple of points. One, you are what you say you are. So if you don't want to say you're a procrastinator, say you are a go-getter, say you are someone that is great and amazing. Say positive things about yourself. Number two, change your environment. Fix things that are distractions in your life. Form disciplines. Do things repetitively for 30 days so it becomes a discipline. And make a mindset. Not make a mindset, but create the mindset that you would want your future self to have. And your future self would have a mindset of, I want to be someone great. Okay, I hope that helped you out. I understand this may come off as a bit straightforward, but reality is a lot of things in life is straightforward. A lot of things that are truthful is to the point. When you find things to be vague or take a long time to explain, it's oftentimes false. It's oftentimes, they say, leads you to confusion, and things that are often confusing are often wrong. But yeah, wrap this video. If you like it and found it helpful in some way, please like and share. If you have anything you want me to talk about, just send me a message on Instagram or YouTube and let me know. Thank you.